In many respects, the infectious disease-related cancers are sort of the most preventable cancers. It has been hepatitis B vaccination of infants that is markedly decreasing the rates of liver cancer in the Far East, in China and Southeast Asia. It is the development of an HPV vaccine that will, affect cervical cancer rates in that space. And we have a very good leading group of researchers who have started this very significant research programs and have a passion actually in making an impact in this area of infectious disease-related cancer, preventing it, early diagnosing it, treating it, and getting outcomes not only for individuals but on a countrywide basis, as to show that we actually can make an impact in cancer. The HIV epidemic had some of the highest rates of these diseases, these two cancers, than any other place in the world. And that statistic was pretty firm. They have a very good cancer registry, and they had a really good research establishment. And so we went there because that's where it was best to study. And when we went there, we saw an incredibly wonderful group of collaborators who were very interested in cancer at the Uganda Cancer Institute. And out of that created a research program that has been small and burgeoning over a period of time to now where we really have a large critical mass of people, and we're ready to build a research building there and expand the program.
Majority of the cancers that we see in Uganda, majority of them are associated with infections. Yeah, of course, really the top number one of the infections is HIV, and probably it has more than doubled the cancer patients that we see at Uganda Cancer Institute every other day. And some cancers have actually, sort of multiplied by 4 since the advent of the epidemic. I think one of the main challenges, the really obvious one that even if you visited you would see, is the disproportion between the problem and the resources that are available to deal with the problem. Is that we have these many cancer patients, these many cancers that we are admitting every other day, and then we have so meager resources. I think like more of these kinds of collaborations and more of these relationships can really make us together do something, like good for the patients we see in Uganda, and probably maybe also good for the patients that are seen here.
I think when you do research globally, you recognize that the world is a very close place, that the aspirations of people in Uganda are really not that much different than the aspirations of the people in Seattle, that the mother who has a child with cancer in Uganda is no different than the mother who has the child with cancer in Seattle. It's the commonalities that are the striking things, it's not the differences.